Crunkcore, the most hated era of MySpace by Vitaly Space.
They are probably one of the worst bands I have ever heard.
This is interesting. The MySpace content.
They suck miserably.
Oh no, I'm gonna get copyrighted by Brokencyde.
I'm Fat J.
Michael, Brokencyde.
Brokencyde.
And you're the Millionaires. All right.
Cobra Starship. Fuck. Not gonna lie, I had a big BOTDF phase when I was a kid. Very unfortunate for me. I'm sorry.
She was like, well, one of the security guards told me that Dobby and my 15-year-old daughter.
Ew.
I was like,
Ugh, Falling the Dance Floor is so bad. Crazy how terrible some of these songs are. Oh my god. Mindless self-indulgence, yeah, yucky.
The year 2008, you're wearing your favorite all-time low t-shirt,
No, I'm not.
customizing the HTML code on your MySpace profile and enjoying the
I
carefree
didn't do that.
lifestyle. Then, once your coding is finished, you go to YouTube and see this video on your recommended tab. And in that moment you realize that it's going to be yet another weird, socially
Windows Media
acceptable
Player.
song on your playlist. The one that you will probably get a bullet for in school. Then you head to LimeWire to download the track. Bam! Now you're the biggest rebel
Okay.
in your neighborhood.
Ew, that gave me anxiety.
If that was you in the late 2000s, congratulations.
I don't wanna see that.
You are officially a legend. Hey celebrities, it's your boy Vitaly and welcome back to Vitaly Space, and I'm so happy to see your sexy legendary face.
Alright, Vitaly, you need to chill, bro. I'm just trying to watch some
On this
MySpace
channel,
content.
Today we're gonna go ahead and talk about the cringiest yet super fascinating genre of MySpace scene music. The one, the only, crunkcore.
I remember finding Hollywood Undead like back in the day when they were being compared to Slipknot just because they wore masks. They're not like Slipknot at all though.
Crunkcore is an eclectic genre and quickly took over MySpace.
Oh, Breathe
music
Carolina.
culture.
I like Breathe
The genre's
Carolina.
peak
They
was
were
between
good.
2007 and 2012, when it became closely linked to the scene culture, as I've said. Let's be honest, it's impossible not to credit MySpace for giving this genre a space to bloom and develop itself. But scene kids, they did the work. It was popularized mostly by teenage girls. But should we really be embarrassed about it? Let's investigate. And what's better way to start this video than with one of crunkcore's most hated bands. Ladies and gentlemen, the founders of the genre. The
Are
one,
they?
The only Brokencyde. Brokencyde was founded in 2006 by vocal
I saw
music
Brokencyde
being
not that
called
long ago.
Broken Inside due to personal relationship problems.
They were at,
Soon after, the band actively began
South-
promoting themselves
South
online.
by So
Two other
What or
members
some shit?
joined
Southwest? I don't know
Brokencyde
where the fuck
to
it is.
complete its current lineup: Fat J and Nance.
Fucking hell.
Now, in 2008, their music video for Freaks went super viral, and the rest is history. The song quickly elevated the
sounds
band
gnarly.
from social media pages to MTV's TRL, which was crazy for a crunkcore band. By 2009, they released an extended
Yo,
play,
thank you,
BC13,
Thomason.
and their debut album, I'm Not a Fan, but the Kids Like It, as well as started to perform on the Warped Tour. Their blend of synth-style, hip-hop beats and screamo rap lyrics about girls and weed really
Girls
did
and
please some
weed.
people, but turned out
Girls and
many
weed
more.
and weed
In
and
fact, at one point, Brokencyde was one of the most hated bands ever.
Have you heard of an online group called Mothers Against Brokencyde?
No, never. No, yeah, we heard about it every day.
Reviews from major music sources were incredibly negative. A mockery to the world of music.
What is this
Slipknot,
banana
Shared
background?
Duet, a stain on the ass of the universe. But if we go to the Wild West that was YouTube in early 2000s, we'll see that the reaction from the general public was even more unhinged.
They are probably one of the worst bands I have ever heard, and actually
It's so interesting to see the videos that are from like 2008 like this and shit. It's
clean
crazy.
clean the blood out of my ears as soon as I finished listening to them, just because they suck miserably.
But in the music world, negative publicity is a good publicity, and the members of Brokencyde were definitely aware of this. It's definitely an effective marketing strategy, especially for a band on an indie label that blew up in relatively early age of social media. By the way, speaking of the social media success,
Alex Gaskarth from the band All Time Low explained
Emo
this
hair.
phenomenon when he was asked about Brokencyde, and this is what he had to say.
there used to be that whole mentality of it had to be 100% genuine or no one would take it seriously. But that whole line has been blurred now. You have all these kids coming up on Disney Pop who then discover
I'm
bands
choking
like
on water.
Brokencyde, and they're like, oh my god, they said fuck, and they fall in love instantly because it's their version of dating's punk. And I'm agreed with this statement, cause that is exactly what I was thinking when I would come across those bands when I was a kid. But anyways, Buzz.
I was
that
too
was
young
forever.
for these bands, like, to watch them when they actually were, like, coming up. Feels like this kind of shit that Jake and Devin used to listen to. Yeah, they did, for sure.
To have the tunes to back it up, no matter how good they market themselves. Which led them to release their
Download,
2009 debut album. I'm not a fan, but the kids like it. The album debuted number 86 on a Billboard Hot 200, which was huge for the band from MySpace. And in 2010, they released their second album, Will Never Die.
Teach me how to scream. Teach me how to scream.
But anyways, as I said, Brokencyde had a pretty
Wild.
impressive fan base of young kids. They were selling out shows across the states and everything was seemingly going great. But according to Michael, once their song Freaks started blowing up online and people started making fun of it, it was really hard for them to find bands to go on tours with. And Brokencyde ended up headlining most of their shows. But even when
That's
they kept to
understandable.
themselves, they still faced a lot of hate that went way beyond MySpace. We would get death threats, we would get into altercations, just the dumbest stuff, he said. People would throw eggs at us, or shoes,
Not
or even
eggs.
bleach. It was the
Bleach
worst
is
experience
crazy.
to ever have as a human being, cause you're simply trying to put on a show and make people happy. They wanted to hurt you and be cool, but yet still go to your show and recite the lyrics, he said. It
Yeah,
was
that's
cool
valid.
to hate Brokencyde. If you liked Brokencyde, you were an outcast pretty much.
Are you guys doing Warped Tour or
Interesting.
anything like that?
We're doing absolutely.
Okay, so have you been told about like all the pranks and all the crazy shit that happens?
No.
Oh, wait, no.
Okay, well I'm gonna break it down for you. At Warped Tour, everybody plays pranks on other bands,
Oh, I
and
got a
especially the
couple.
rookies. So make sure that you're ready. You better get ready for Warped Tour, I'm telling you. You're gonna get pranked.
And what's crazy about this entire situation is the fact that if the band was started out today,
I get
that
disliking the music, but death threats is wild. Absolutely. Or, like, actually throwing something at, like, a band performing is insane to me.
might not be the case whatsoever. The thing is, so many bands like Brokencyde really did pave the way for many of the
It's
artists
barely
today.
human.
It seems like nowadays we have so many different genres and options when it comes to music on social media, and we just find what suits our taste the most. But that was not the case 16 years ago.
What's with the haterade, man? What is with the haterade on Brokencyde?
Dude, I don't know.
People
It's
just drink a lot of hate.
closed-minded. I don't know. Like we make music to have fun. I thought music was about having fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
being
Yeah.
original.
And
Legends, as much as I love the 2000s, we just have to admit, it was the most cruel time ever on social media. If you survived all those bullies that I bet you had on your MySpace, you can go through anything in life. But anyways, Brokencyde are still active today, and I believe at the time of making this video, they're currently on tour. With that being said, let's get to another crunkcore pioneers. Any guesses? The Millionaires, obviously. And it wasn't long until the girls have become the A-listers of the website. They were the Paris, Nikki and Nicole of the scene culture, and therefore joining Warped Tour seemed unavoidable.
I'm pretty sure they, like, inspired
It was
what
so
Kesha
cool,
became.
allegedly
Oh,
even
in
Kesha
the early.
stole
Oh,
their entire persona for
okay, never mind. I just got talked over about exactly what I was talking about.
her debut, or Dr. Luke to be exact.
Millionaires
Backstory,
were
shall
Kesha
we?
before
It started
Kesha.
just, like, one day we were just like chilling and we were messing around on GarageBand on our Mac computer that like our mommy bought us. And so then we had like never used it before, and then we just randomly like.
I just
made
got fucking
songs,
cut
put
off.
it up.
That recording became I Like Money, the first official
Bling,
demo
bling,
that
bling.
they would later upload to MySpace.
I'm surprised I set my friends on fire on this.
But even though they used the pre-made
they crunkcore?
GarageBand beats and the track
kind of in that
lacked
world.
production value, still the girls had something, and the world had yet to discover them.
And then made a couple more songs, put it up, and then like honestly by the end of the week it had like tons of like views and plays, like more than a lot of like normal bands, like didn't make any sense. And so then then it just grew from there.
But it was the release of their legendary single, Alcohol, that
Alcohol.
really catapulted the band into the stardom, cultivating millions of streams. Before streaming was even a word. No one realized that MySpace was such a great promotional
Drop it
tool
down
at the
and
time.
get
That was
real
before
naughty.
People really caught on to social
So
media.
why is it
being free
called
publicity.
crunkcore?
The band almost immediately shifted from a silly side project to a potential big career. Eventually, they started working with Crash Management, the team responsible for shaping the success of massive bands like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco.
Oh wow. Alright, we know who the fuck Panic this is. Copyrighting
The
me.
Millionaires released their debut extended play, Just Got Paid, Let's Get Laid. By the way, a little bit off topic, but I just have to bring it up. In the music video for their single, Just Got Paid, Let's Get Laid, the Millionaires included a girl dressed up as Audrey Kitching, a MySpace scene queen who previously criticized their music online, saying the following: "I'm embarrassed for you guys. Get enough top, degrading tall girls."
God, those girls are so annoying. Yeah, they're like totally
Drama.
ruining music.
Is there like was there like no like quality videos from that time frame that are like saved or anything? That's like very like that is like fucking 160p or some shit.
Only drama that we care about on this channel.
Hey Buzza, it's Audrey. Come in and I'm gonna give you a tour of my Barbie dream house.
And speaking of drama, remember I brought up the
I'm not
Kesha
MySpace
situation.
enough for
So
this. I don't know all
allegedly,
this.
It was rumored that among the band's listeners was none other than producer Dr. Luke, who developed Kesha's initial look and sound.
Pretty sure this is true.
We worked with producers in the music industry, so we heard all the gossip, said Melissa. Dr. Luke had admitted to someone that he stole our whole persona.
It's pretty similar.
And to be honest, it all made sense. The mainstream radio at the time was still dominated by high-profile icons like Lady Gaga and Britney Spears. But the messy, unpolished and relatable party girl persona had yet to be fully embraced. So, if the Millionaires could build a loyal fanbase on their own, imagine what a major label could do to a person. That should have been us. And they gave it to Kesha. Once I saw her doing her thing, and even Katy Perry was doing the same, just a cleaner version. It was like, damn, why did they choose those other girls and not the Millionaires? Was it because we were seen and sorta goofy? Now, I've never found any of the proofs to this statement, but stuff like this happens all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised. But anyways,
Alright.
just like Brokencyde, the Millionaires also went through hell and back when it comes to the hate, and that is where the Warped Tour comes into the picture. As well know, the festival lineup was usually packed with male musicians, which put the Millionaires in front of rock fans who openly and sometimes even aggressively hated their music. Ironically, they even shared a tour bus with Brokencyde.
Ah, my foot.
Warped
is
Tour,
stuck.
are you sharing
There we go.
any bus with anybody?
We are sharing it with Brokencyde. Brokencyde.
It's a good combination.
Yeah, it'll be
Very
fun.
good
It's
combination.
gonna be a little insane, but
Yeah.
2 months of life with them is gonna be good.
Warped Tour is
Got to a
so
point
long. 2 months is crazy.
where the Millionaires
On
had
tour?
to switch stages multiple
I
times.
mean, I guess like a lot of
because
artists do
the
2
bands
months,
performing
but
before
fuck.
them would stir up the crowd by openly mocking them. We always were sandwiched between the two hardest heavy metal bands because of the layouts of the stages, said Melissa. That was really dangerous, cause people in the audience would throw stuff. No one else would tour with us. It was so dangerous. Jeffree Star had his own bus for that reason too, because he didn't trust anybody. It was like the lunchtime in high school. The Millionaires, Brokencyde and Jeffree all sitting at a table. It got to a point where no one would talk to us.
I can't watch all this. I can't take any more scene music. I'm sorry. Like I was gonna get really interesting with Jeffree Star and stuff and Blow on the Dance Floor. I don't even want to see the Blow on the Dance Floor stuff. Honestly, I've had enough Blow on the Dance Floor fucking education. I don't need to hear anything more about them. Yucky. My brain hurts. Fuck. I can't take any more.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.